Writing was always with me from the beginning. It is nothing to do with Infosys shares, nothing to do with children, nothing to do with my wealth. It is gift of Goddess Saraswati. That's what I believe. We were three sisters and a brother, and my mother was a school teacher. Suppose, imagine yourself, a school teacher is your mother, your life will be tough. Teacher in the school, teacher at home. Okay? My mother was a strict teacher. So we were from a normal income family. We never went abroad, nothing. Weekend, it is no restaurant, nothing. We will go to a temple, a park, a wedding, something like that. When I come back, my mother would tell me, write 25 lines of what you have done today or how did you spend your weekend. I would always tell her, I will write tomorrow. She said, fair enough, but no dinner today. Being a foodie, I can't resist. I said, okay, I'll take pen and paper and write. My mother tongue is Kannada. So I wrote, and I'm from Kannada medium. I'm not from an English medium background. Like all of you, most of you are from Hindi background, Hindi medium. I'm a Kannada medium girl. Okay, I used to write in Kannada. 1 year she did that to me. After 1 year, she never told me. I started writing in Kannada every weekend, even though without telling. My mother's insisting me on that. A rain in Shravana or rain in May. Actually, no, rain in Shravana is common. Rains in May or in summer. Or something that kind. I went on writing. Later part of my life, when I became a very successful writer, I asked my mother in her old age, we were three sisters. Why did you insist only me to write 25 lines on a weekend? Other two sisters, she wouldn't tell. She told me, beta, I want to tell your talent. She put me into painting class. Within 2 days, I discontinued. She enrolled me into crochet class because in my time, a marriageable girl should know crochet, painting, cooking, stitching, rangoli. Okay, all those things were must. Then she enrolled me into a crochet class. After 3 days, I came back. She enrolled me into music class, though I'm very fond of music, but I came back in after 5 days. She told me, your both sisters are very good in painting, crochet, sweater making, music. And what about you? But she said, I realized you write better than both of them. You write better than them. If I tell you, better you write good, you won't care. You are a lazy one. So I felt only way to cut your dinner is through writing. Then only you will write. She said, I realized as a teacher, as a mother, you have a flair for writing. And I made it compulsory for you. Because my mother made it compulsory, I did it for a year. Then I loved it. Without telling her, I started writing. In college days, I used to write a little bit more and write for the paper. I used to get 5 rupees as a royalty, and that was a big treat in those days. I got 5 rupees, we'll have a treat party, and that will be 7 rupees. Okay, 2 rupees my mother has to give. Okay. And my first book came when I was 29 years old. I traveled on backpack in 1979 in US. But I started writing only at the age of 52 in English, only after 50 years. I always was happy writing Kannada books, and I had my own clientele or readership, and very happy writing in Kannada. One day, T.J.S. George, who was the editor of the New India Express, called me. He said, Sudhaji, why do you don't write? Why you are not writing in English? I said, sir, I'm a Kannada medium person. I'm happy in Kannada. He said, the readership will increase if you write in English. I said, I have never done that before. He said, Sudha, you are a storyteller. Storyteller is like a driver. A good driver can drive a car, drive a truck, drive a scooter, drive a chariot, because they know how to control it. And language is nothing but a vehicle. You try. So the first column I wrote in 2000, that was exactly 50 years. I was 50 years. And that my first book came when I was 52. That is the only book I have forward by T.J.S. George. Later I have not taken any forward. In 2002, my first book came, Wise and Otherwise. Now, after 22 years, I have written 30 books in English, and 70 lakhs books have been sold. 70 lakhs books have been sold out. It is not nothing great about me. If you write in English and a simple English, because in India, if you draw a curve of language English, there are very few people who are scholars in English like Shashi Tharoor. They have fantastic dictionary. The dictionary is here. There are some people, that is the other end of the spectrum. There are some people, whatever is said and done, they will not be able to understand. Majority of us are in the middle of the inverted curve. That curve is curve, who can converse in English in a simple language without the help of dictionary, and most English medium schools teach only that much. Even though you might be a scholar, but when it really comes to talking, it's a colloquial language, we use it. My books are in that vacuum or in that area. Simple English, you don't require a dictionary, and I write the real episodes which are very near to your life. I have not written in many languages. I have written only 2 languages. My mother tongue Kannada and English. The beauty of writing in English is that I have 300 book titles. Just now I finished that program. Oh, I have written only 46 books in 44 years. In 44 years, I have written 46 books, and there are 300 book titles. Shankar Lalwani ji, my book is in Sindhi language with Arabic script. My books are in Tibetan, Italian, Sindhi, Sanskrit, Kashmiri, Dogri, Urdu, Punjabi, Oriya, Bengali, all South Indian language. Name a language in India. You take 100 rupees note and count the language. Much more than that, my books are there. It is nothing great about me. It is a good translators available. From English to Italian, English to Sindhi, English to Punjabi, English to Dogri, English to Kashmiri. So the readership developed lot more and the titles increased. So this is what I have. It is not nothing great about me. It is the power of English which helps. Actually, I feel mother tongue plays an important role. And all young mothers, I will tell you, you must talk to your children as much as possible in mother tongue. After a certain age, they don't listen. They will go to English. They will go to English or they will go to Hindi. But as much as possible, okay? I tell my both children, I told them, look at me. We are from Karnataka. It has 2,000 years old. Emotionally, little bit of blackmailing. Said 2,000 years old, it should not disappear. Okay? Talk to them in Kannada. All those things I have done. But ultimately, once they are married, because today's marriage is international, inter-community, interstate. You go on, and my son-in-law is a Punjabi. My daughter-in-law is from Kerala, but Tamilian from Kerala. Now, they have to, in their family, they have to come out with their language, which is comfortable to them. As long as they are in my house, I talk to them in Kannada. Once they are married, you can't do, mother-in-law's attitude, you have to speak this one. I said, that is left to you, beta and beti both of them. I said, it is left to your family, what tongue you want to follow. Learning a mother tongue has many advantages. You learn fast. Second, you express your emotions much better in mother tongue. Like I will, if in Sanskrit, there are many words which cannot be translated in English at all, because they are so much Indianized in that. In Sanskrit, there is one verb is there, one drama is there, Shakuntala. In that there is a word, Shakuntala Vandam Pasya. That means, look, I cannot translate it at all, but loosely I can translate. Look the beauty of Shakuntala bird. That is not correct translation. But this is a pun upon the word Shakuntala Vandam Pasya, on which the Kalidasa drama depends. So the moment he heard Shakunta, then the boy looks at it and said, it's my mother. Shakunta is also a pakshi, or the bird. So every language has its own depth, width, depending on pronunciation, depending on where you live, what you talk. For example, on Bhojapatra, you can write only Northern India or Nagari script. On Bhojapatra, you can write Nagari script. Whereas in a Talapatra, you can write South Indian script. Because if you make a square on Talapatra, it will break. On Bhojapatra, you make round, it will break. So, writing language also depends upon what material you use it. Similarly, mother tongue is, like father is earning member, he is important person, fine. But ultimately, the child and the mother who are attached to each other a lot more than anyone else. A child is the extension of the mother's body. Every mother thinks, like hand is her body part, so is the child. When the child is hurt, the mother feels pain. Why? Because children and mother are bind together emotionally. So you can part your language, mother tongue to your children, the emotional post quotient will be very strong. Like even today, when I have to write a novel is have a lot more dramatic situation, emotions will be there. I write originally in Kannada with a shorthand. I learned shorthand. On paper, I write in shorthand in Kannada because I always tell my CPU, that means my brain, is faster than my IO devices, which are hands. I can't cope up with that. My ideas are so fast. So I write in shorthand all my emotions in Kannada, keep it for 3 months, sometimes 6 months, and then I rewrite it again, and then the book will come. To make the same book in English, I take 5 years. For example, House of Cards. House of Cards, I took 15 years to write in English because, I was not convinced. When I wrote in Kannada, then I wrote in English very fast. So for me, even today, though I write in English, all other things I write in English. Mythology I have written in English. Infosys Foundation experience I have written in English directly. They are not in Kannada, but my novels where I have to express my emotions, not a report, I prefer my mother tongue. Then I myself will write in English with modification. So it plays an important role, particularly if children will not or may not follow later, but at least that sanskar you should give to your children. Mother tongue, janani janma bhumischa swargadapi gariyasi. Mother tongue, motherland is more precious than the heaven. Please remember that. My mother may not be very rich. My mother is a very ordinary woman. My neighbor auntie is very good looking and very rich lady. But she is the auntie only. Next door auntie. She can't be my mother. Right? My mother is my mother. My language is my language. My land is my land. My country is mine.